Today, I am reviewing the HP 17.3-inch touchscreen laptop. If at any time you'd like to explore this product for yourself and grab it at a great price, be sure to check the links below the video. If you are looking for a laptop that feels like a portable desktop replacement, you might have been eyeing this 17.3-inch HP, but bigger isn't always better for everyone. I have been using this pale rose gold model for about 2 weeks now, and while the specs on paper look like a powerhouse, the real-world experience is a bit of a mixed bag. Let's start with the performance, because that is clearly the selling point here. With 64 gigabytes of RAM and an Intel Core i7-1355U processor, this machine is an absolute beast when it comes to multitasking. I intentionally pushed it by having dozens of browser tabs open, a massive spreadsheet, and a photo editing program running simultaneously, and I honestly couldn't get it to stutter. If you are someone who works in data entry, heavy office management, or just hates closing apps, this hardware configuration is going to be a dream for you. The 2TB SSD is also a massive win, giving you plenty of room to store high-resolution files or a massive media library without ever needing an external drive. However, the display is where I started to feel a bit let down. When you buy a laptop with a massive 17.3-inch screen, you expect a high-definition experience, but this panel is only 1600 by 900 resolution. At this screen size, that resolution is just not sharp enough. You can see the pixels if you look closely, and it really doesn't do justice to the high-end processor under the hood. It's fine for spreadsheets and word processing, but if you are doing professional video editing or graphic design, you're going to find the screen lacking in both sharpness and color accuracy. It is a touch-enabled panel, which is nice for scrolling through documents, but the brightness at 250 nits means it is strictly an indoor-only machine. If you try to take this outside on a sunny day, or even near a bright window, you're going to be fighting glare the entire time. The design itself is quite striking. That pale rose gold finish looks much better in person than it does in product photos, and it feels like a nice departure from the standard silver or black office laptops. It is a large device, obviously, so it's not something you're going to be tossing into a small backpack every day. It's meant to live on a desk, maybe moving from the office to the kitchen table, but it's not a travel companion for the frequent flyer. The keyboard is comfortable to type on, and having that dedicated number pad is a necessity for anyone working with numbers, which is likely who this laptop is aimed at. The backlit keys are helpful in low light, though the contrast on the rose gold chassis can sometimes make the legends a little hard to read if you aren't looking directly down at them. The port selection is decent, providing you with a USB Type-C port and 2 Type-A ports, along with HDMI. It's enough for a standard home office setup, though I would have liked to see a few more high-speed ports given the internal power. The fingerprint reader is a nice touch for quick logins, and the Windows 11 Pro installation is great for those who need the extra security and management features of the professional version of the OS. If you want to check the current pricing or see if there are any specific bundles available for this configuration, you can find links below the video. Now, let's talk about who this laptop is actually for. If you're a student or a professional who needs a desktop replacement that you can tuck away at the end of the day, this is a solid choice. It handles heavy workloads with ease, and the sheer amount of RAM means this machine is going to stay relevant for a long time. It's a workhorse, plain and simple. But you should avoid this if you are a content creator or someone who prioritizes display quality. If you want to watch movies in 4K or do color-accurate work, the 1600 by 900 resolution is going to be a constant source of frustration. You are essentially paying for a high-end engine inside a chassis that has a budget-grade display. It's a bit of a strange pairing, honestly. I think HP was aiming for a specific type of office user who cares more about raw speed and storage capacity than they do about visual fidelity. In terms of value, you are paying for that massive RAM and storage upgrade. If you don't actually need 64 gigabytes of memory, you are paying for overhead you will never use. Make sure you actually have a workflow that demands this much memory, or you might be better off saving some money and going with a lower spec model. One more thing I noticed during my time with it is the fan noise under load. Because the processor is capable of boosting quite high, the fans can get a bit audible when you're pushing the system. It's not a jet engine, but it is noticeable in a quiet room. The battery life is also just okay. With a screen this large and a processor that can draw a fair amount of power, don't expect to leave your charger at home for a full workday. It's efficient enough for a few hours of unplugged work, but it's definitely happiest when it's tethered to a wall outlet. Overall, this is a very specific machine. It's powerful, it's large, and it's well built, but it makes compromises on the display that might be a deal breaker for some. If you prioritize internal speed and storage for heavy multitasking over screen resolution, this is a great piece of kit. If you want a media consumption powerhouse, you should probably look elsewhere. Don't forget to check the links below the video if you want to see the latest pricing, or explore the full specs for yourself. It's a good laptop, but just make sure it's the right fit for your specific needs before you commit.